In this week's edition of the Business Review, we take a look at a company that is literally cutting its way into profits. Here's Cody and Barrett.
From engineering, servicing machines, and now managing his own business, founder of Freeman Precision Cuts, Clarke, is slowly climbing the financial wealth ladder. A former manager of an outdoor sign company, he was forced to give it up after being diagnosed with an autoimmune disease. He hustled his way to making a living, but upon noticing that production levels were low in Jamaica, he went into manufacturing. This machine, the computer numeric controller, commonly known as a CNC cutting machine, his saving grace. At first, he did not have enough funds to purchase one.
I decided that I'm going to assemble one. We use the term build, but I'm going to say assemble. And so I got parts from various organizations which had either banned or just put aside their machines. I bought some of the parts and I was able to create the first CNC machine for myself.
He started making open signs for stores, but that failed. So he decided to use the machine to offer a service rather than a product.
People were doing a lot of signs and they needed to have the material cut to make these signs. And these are typical signs that you would see on buildings. I can't think of any other individual who have a CNC machine or CNC machines solely devoted to cutting and cutting other people's work.
By 2019, Freeman Precision Cuts became a sole trader. Now, carpenters were using the service for cutting cabinets. It is also used to make carvings out of a host of materials. And when business slowed in the pandemic, Freeman Precision Cuts quickly pivoted.
Because I had a CNC machine and a laser etcher, laser cutter, I was doing shields and I was doing face shields, yes, and I was also doing the desk shields as well. So that kind of didn't let me go under at the time because I was still able to generate some income during the pandemic.
The business saw steady growth and profits, and because it deals predominantly with cutting, there isn't a need to purchase material which offsets input cost.
It's relative, but the majority of the income comes from the sign industry. And I can easily say maybe 95% of my income comes from persons who are doing sign. They want parts of the sign cut, or they want the whole thing assembled and finished. They want the finished product.
Freeman Precision Cuts is now exploring ways to use indigenous material to make products in a bid to eliminate imports altogether. There are also plans to enter the construction industry by creating products to cut construction time in half. With the Business Review, I'm Cody Ann Barrett.